Hello, everybody. It is another win. It's 3 in a row in all competitions. We're going streaking. That qualifies now as a streak. That's a pattern. That's something we can hang our hats on. So, is it something that we can really plant a flag down and say, we've turned a corner? Are we looking like a bit of a new team? Are things starting to click? To some degree. Are we only kind of playing against, either heavily rotated or very struggling teams? Maybe a little bit. Are these rhetorical questions doing anything for you? So, in order for that to not just be the whole show, let's have AJ come in, fresh from the stadium, from a win. There was some party atmosphere going on as well outside of the stadium, as you would normally see from a win. AJ, I gotta ask, does it seem like the fans have missed a beat from when they partied from the good times, or is it, the exact same thing? Like, it's from one directly to the other.
I would say it's like riding a bike. There's the time that you miss doing it because, sometimes, if you draw, if you lose, it's not the same vibe. But you do it. You kind of go through the motions a little bit. But, when you're rolling downhill, that's that feeling when you're winning. You're coasting. You got the wind behind your back, in your hair if you got it. And, a little bit of that Chica action as well. It's great. It's just, it's as advertised, as I recall the feeling. Mm-hmm. And it's something that you don't ever really, it's just, like you always want to have that feeling. And at home, we finally took care of business. And we officially have a streak. There is the big elephant in the room, the Miguel Almiron sized elephant in the room, but there is ultimately the conversation should really only pertain to which pieces can help us win. And either you're on the train or you're not. And yes, we started kind of auspiciously. We were able to weather that and put 3 unanswered past Montreal, where, yes, this scoreline probably flattered us a little bit. We were, I think, a lot more clinical than it actually seemed like on the night as far as the number of chances created. But you got to create those chances. And we also didn't get a hat trick from Sabo when he very well probably should have. But a brace nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. And a
pretty damn good.
Great one too.
Yeah.
It was Atlanta United when it came to their, the clinical aspect in this game. That was confidence. It showed confidence. They looked like when they got the ball at their foot, they were like, I'm going to score this. There didn't seem to be doubt. There didn't seem to be the hesitation. There seemed to be the hunger. And not only that, they were able to put it where they wanted to more times than not. So that is rare. We haven't seen that in a while, especially from Atlutd, where it seems every time he touches the ball, it doesn't go where he expects it to. So this was pretty entertaining. I mean, you said something about how Saba hasn't scored in a good amount of time. I saw a tweet from Doug Roberson that's like, he hasn't scored since October 2024 or something like this. So, like, it's
in the league.
Yeah.
Because, he scored in, I believe it was Leagues Cup.
Yes, that's right.
August of 2025, but yes, it's been a while, and it has been a while for Emmanuel Atlutd as well. So very unlikely goal scorers,
Yeah.
but that doesn't matter.
And
It's
and not
an
only
attack.
and not only was it just unlikely goal scorers, it was the way they did it too. It was with confidence and with quality. It looked like, the Saba of the Miami slaying days. That's what it looked like when he just got and just would cut across the face of goal with a low drive into the corner. Like, yeah, that takes confidence to do, to take that shot, and he nailed 2 of them tonight.
Right. I mean, nail for the first one is generous a little bit.
A little bit. Keeper got a hand on it, but it was strong enough that it got by it.
Right. Which, I mean, I wouldn't really accuse that of a really powerful shot. It just somehow got past the keeper for some reason. And
if it wasn't a strong shot, it gets parried away.
It's true. I don't know how it got past the keeper, to be honest, because in my eyes, it was not a strong shot.
I don't know about this keeper. He might not be great, so that could be the thing.
Yeah.
He may have been screened and got to it late. I don't know.
Yeah, it very well could have been. I need to rewatch the replays, on a screen, not on the Halo board.
Yeah.
But but the second one taken very well with his weak foot. With a great run by Cooper Sanchez. I mean, Cooper Sanchez running around all night, really doing the dirty work, but also in the attacking third where it's unexpected. But that confidence is within these players now, and they have seen the back of the net ripple. That's really all we need sometimes. And you pointed this out before, that a lot of the players are confidence-based players, especially in MLS. But man, it's really feast or famine, right? Like,
it is.
Saba didn't score for a couple years in the league, suddenly scores 2. I mean, almost had a third where, man, just that run is so good, but just the final action,
Too heavy of a touch.
He had right, and the defender was right at his back, the goalkeeper right in front of him. It was difficult. He made the angle difficult for himself. He probably should have, in my mind, probably skewed a little bit more towards the left hand side of the box to give him the options. Give the keeper the eyes, slot it into the bottom
make
right
the
hand
keeper
corner.
basically have to take you out then too.
Yeah,
you get
exactly.
You scoot it to the left, then you're just outrunning him to get there, and he's gonna have to stop, turn around. That keeper's not beating Saba, so yeah, he's gonna have to just basically take the dog. So.
Right, exactly. And so, yeah, there were a lot of other things that I would have loved to see him do to get that Hattie, but either way,
this? I would have really been happy if he got the natural hat trick, because he was 1 away. He had the left, the right, and if he got that header in, oh man, that would have been, the only other player that I know of that scored that?
Jose Martinez.
Did he? Because I know Giacomakis did too.
Giacomakis did as well, yes. Both of them did. Joseph did it against Orlando City.
Of course.
But, and speaking of them, they kind of slayed some Miami as well tonight, which will give them confidence, unfortunately. But
it will.
Yeah.
That was strange.
Yeah. Because, seeing the scoreline at halftime, it's like, fantastic. This is dreamland.
Yeah.
For everyone involved. But, man, that was quite the comeback for them. But as far as Emmanuel Atlutd's goal, I mean, it's interesting because he finds Maranchuk on the right where he probably should have shot to begin with, but Mira gives it right back to him, and he didn't hesitate at that time. It was more instinctual. And he just put his foot through it, and it really, like the goalkeeper really couldn't do anything about it. Like pretty much top of the net a little bit, at least the top third, and so I mean, well taken goal, and you love to see this where every one of his teammates was so happy for him. They
Yeah.
surrounded him. They knew that the monkey on his back is now gone, and hopefully he can get that from the run of play, like more goals like that where he's emphatic, he's clinical, and yeah, that's really the Emmanuel Atlutd we need, because yeah, he looked more lively in this one. It was interesting that both ELL and Saba were the first ones taken off, but without really a midweek match to really be cognizant of in that sense.
And
So
considering
it's
Atlutd hasn't been playing that much, so it's not like it's
Right.
minutes management so much. So, I mean, I get it. You take a striker off in order to put it, more reinforce the midfield. I get it, but yeah, like there's a quote, or rather a tweet that I saw that I was gonna put up. Let me see. It's from VIPs of Atlanta Soccer, a good friend. He says, Atlanta United does not look like a team that's trying to protect the lead. They want another. And I agree. I thought that was the case. Even though they had subbed off a striker, it didn't look like they took their foot off the gas, which is a great sign.
It absolutely was. It was a team that knew that they had to put the other team to the sword. And it was that type of game where they smelled blood. They knew that Montreal weren't really creating all that much, except for, that first half. Yeah, we were definitely spared of our blushes. They hit the post. They had another moment where it was offside. It was just, quite a number of offside in this match as well, I think, actually. But it's one of those where it could have been a different story if they had been more clinical, but they also didn't create that many chances. And
they outside. I mean, their XG was like 0.85, and that was with the gifted goal we gave them. Like that was. Let's not make any mistake here. That was a certified Christmas Day gift. Like there's no, they just played really well. It was the press that allowed that to happen, but Mihai didn't need to do that. Oyos didn't need to pass it to Mihai in the beginning. It didn't have to be like that. We decided to basically, play it in such a way where it could have easily ended up like that, and it did. So that was on us. Luckily, that wasn't that didn't write the fate for the rest of the game. It didn't make our heads drop and our mentality get shot. They were able to bounce back. And that was even after Montreal hitting it was like 20 minutes of pretty much unrelenting Montreal attack, without Atlanta United registering like a shot. They were pushing hard. They clearly wanted to dictate the game and the tempo from the start and kind of ride it out like that. Just make the mountain too high to climb for us, because Atlanta United can struggle that way. But I started this episode by saying this. Is this a page turned? Has the team learned? Is it not that? Can you not count on them to be that type of team anymore? The one that capitulates, that has weak mentality. What has changed, do you think?
I think the resilience has changed. I think a mentality to actually fight back, a mentality to make sure that, when the chips are down, it doesn't matter. We're still going to make sure to do the things that we need to do in order to still have a foothold in the match. And I think it's the young kids, and it seems like that type of naivete actually kind of helps us a little bit. And it's this kind of dogged mentality of, we're down, let's get back into this match. And that's something that's incredibly important in a team that needs to win games. And with and I'm specifically talking about Cooper Sanchez. I mean, I think he is leading the midfielders in some senses of being able to really just fight through everything. And At one point, it's interesting. It's I wouldn't call it prime Barcelona, but it is where having four central midfielders on the pitch is wild. It's definitely, yeah. It's like, at one point, it seems like, okay, should we do this? Like,
Yeah.
why do we have this many? But I mean, these are the guys that are our engine room, and they run so much. And yes, sometimes you'd wish it's a little bit more positionally aware, but in lieu of some of the other players that aren't doing the dirty work, mainly the forwards, not always anyway, they do take some plays off. It is one of those where these midfielders don't take plays off, and they're absolutely everywhere. They're, making sure that, okay, well, if the right winger is all the way on the left wing and still trying to bust his way back, well, I'll cover the right wing and make sure that the opposition cannot breach the defenses. And yeah, I think you saw a pretty fluid front three in that respect. Saba showed up on the right at times. Miranchuk showed up in the middle. Emmanuel Atlutd, kind of shaded over to the right at times. And so, I think they were all cognizant that, the fluidity causes confusion. And yeah, that defense that you're playing against realizes, okay, well, who should I track? And I think that's something that's been really, really helpful, is that these players aren't rooted into certain positions. They're finding the space, essentially. And when they're taking advantage of that versus just expecting, oh, well, I'm the striker, so the ball should just come over here where I am. And it doesn't usually work that way, unfortunately. It's, yeah, when you're marked by two players, you got to go find some space somewhere. And, but then it's other players that fill in the space, and Cooper Sanchez has been really, really good at that. And those driving runs, I mean, he is truly an all-action midfielder where, he plus Jay Fortune plus Matias Galarza, I mean, it's just like you have three guys that are everywhere on the pitch. And that's how you overrun a team. And then on top of that, you have Tristan Muyamba, who just looks like a revelation, like a completely renewed player, where he looks steadier on the ball by the game, defensively, becoming more and more aware of where he needs to be in order to cut out passes, to intercept, to make certain tackles. A lot of guys did go to ground in this match.
Yeah.
Sometimes not successfully, but at other times they were able to really cut out the play, make sure that Montreal were not able to get that counterattack going. And yeah, I think it helped us get that foothold where, man, it's just like, I feel like, yes, like you mentioned, the first 20 minutes at times trying, but after we found that foothold, we had control, and I wasn't nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't felt that in the stadium for quite some time. I was zen in the stadium, and yeah, I mean, it was definitely, that party atmosphere near the end when 80 some odd minutes, that it's really, really difficult for them to come back. The supporters section is rocking. They're doing the
Jim Curtin is crying because of how much of a party we're having.
Exactly. Yeah. IDs are getting thrown in the air. But yeah, and as far as post-match scenes, yes. I mean, it is a party almost always, but this time it is, yes, a deserved party. It is a something that the fans know, actually, that's, man, I want to be part of this. And yeah, the headlines where LA United are streaking, I mean, only a good thing. And it'll reawaken, I think, some of the fans that I think they'll have that FOMO. I think, yeah, you know, unfortunately, you felt a little bit of that tonight, but I think it's one of those where, I mean, hopefully there is more of this. There is the caveat that this is CF Montreal, they're in
Yep.
12th place, but you have to play the team in front of you,
Yep.
and we have been doing it against the bad sides in the league, but we needed to do that. We haven't been
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
this is the first.
We need to cut our teeth, and we need to find form for the aforementioned confidence that we lacked. And now that we have it, when we go up against a good team, hopefully, you don't see, that lack of resolve, the lack of intensity, and the lack of confidence. It's there now. So yeah, that's the main thing for me, which is what this run of games has shown, that it is there. It does exist, and it can be brought out. And we have had the right recipe now of games in order to do that. So hopefully they can make something of it going forward. At the very least, we've seen a surging Cooper Sanchez to just the likes of a starter in MLS, basically, at 18, which is just, I cannot overstate how crazy that is. That this guy is getting, he's just winning his spot. And he's doing a great job with it too. It's rare. I mean, once in a while, of course, there's mistakes, but it's to be expected, and they're not that bad. It's just, I really can't complain. It's impressive, and I'm very, very happy with that. Here's one of the
it's a kind of the competition for places. It's getting harder and harder for some of these players, and I think that's the kind of almost hopefully we can get to a point where it's an embarrassment of riches, and we can possibly deal some players or transfer them out to get the other pieces that we need, because I think there are more and more pieces that are surfacing that are showing, okay, they can be part of a winning side for Atlanta United. And
speaking of,
I think
one of those pieces, one of the tweets on X, I just hate saying that, Tyson said, Jakob is that guy. Overall first half looked decent. Build-up was shaky first bit, but cleaned it up. The goal we gave up was horrendous, though. So, yeah, Jakob, fans are noticing. Fans are definitely noticing Jakob and his gameplay. It ebbs and flows, but that's to be expected from a young player. People have to be reminded this guy's young, too. Not quite to the level of Cooper Sanchez, but, I mean, he's U22. He's a younger guy. He doesn't look it necessarily, so people may be.
He definitely doesn't look it.
Yeah, people may be confused a little bit and not exactly maybe know that he has the U22 designation just from sheer looks alone. So yeah, that is indeed the case. So we'll give him a little bit of time. I think he's developing pretty nicely. Inconsistent at first. That's to be expected for a new team, new country, new everything. So he'll get used to it, I think, and he'll even get better. And at this point, like with Cooper Sanchez, I'm very happy with him. Another fun tweet from tonight while we're waiting on some guest. Henry Higuita apparently made some promises or some kind of bets of some sort about he'll do something like eating extremely hot wings or something if Latte Lot scores tonight, because he was just so convinced apparently that Atlutd just won't score. He can't score. It's never going to happen. He's just done. And then he put up a goal tonight, and Henry tweeted, "So he can score, huh?" And I think him and the Scars and Spikes boys, they know what I think that entails, which is some kind of, similar to our wheel forfeit, some kind of forfeit he's going to have to do now. So that's fun.
Right.
Good on you, Henry.
I think. Right, the team needs every bit of motivation that they can have to score goals. So why not? Maybe the message got over there, but
yeah, maybe.
I doubt. I
That would
don't.
be hilarious.
But I did have wings before this match, and yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe the local wings were the reason. Who knows? But the best wings in the city for sure. And yeah, almost didn't make the game on time because of the long ass wait for those wings. But also yes, your point about Jakob, and yeah, some people maligned his first kind of few minutes, maybe first 20 to 30 minutes, but I feel like he was the only player on that right wing, for this match, and a lot of times he was the outball. He was the player that was winning not only the headers to keep possession and bring us up the pitch, but also he was our width, and he was attacking his winger to try to get some balls in to attack that final third as well. And so I think, yeah, from a defensive standpoint as well, he grew into the match. It's all you can ask for from someone that's is young. He is coming from another country, and it's a side that, yeah, we're still trying to work out pretty much everything, really. But these are very encouraging signs. And yes, on his 22-ness, because I think he's 22 and doesn't look 22. He just got that kind of like elderly look, it seems like, like definitely looks wiser than his years, I would say.
Yeah.
But
I mean, how about him standing up to Rios and also Owusu tonight? I mean, I liked him getting in his face. I mean, let's talk a minute about. We're gonna bring Tommy in here for a second from Scars and Spikes, and we're gonna talk to him a little bit about that as well. I think that was the entertaining part for me in this game, like big drama with Owusu and Daniel Rios getting in the face of our players, and our players getting in their face right back. So, Tommy, how you doing?
Not afraid of the play.
Yeah.
Am I live?
You are live. Believe it or
You
not.
are live.
I don't know what mic I'm using. I have no idea. So just trying to
This is first
piece it all together here.
It works. You're good.
So to what you were talking about, the fight at the end, I didn't get to see a lot of the match tonight, but what I did see was a team that you haven't seen in a long time stick up for each other. Mm-hmm. I think we talked about it. I think it was 2 seasons ago. There were just multiple occasions where players would just get leveled. Stian, I remember a situation with Stian, and like Brad was the only one that like ran and like threw everybody off of him, while the rest of the team just went to go take a water break, whatever. Like it was, you haven't seen that in a long time, and to see it even from some of your young players getting in the face of that's important. And I think that's just like the whole, like, I mean, Cooper Sanchez had a fantastic game. So, I mean, that's just the run of this season so far has just been, young players, including Jay getting back here. He's not as young as he used to be, but who is? But still, he's like the young players are outperforming some of these very high paid players, and that's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah. I mean, talking about Johnny Fortune, he was one of those players who went head to head with Danny Rios, too. So that was interesting to see.
Never liked him.
Him sticking up for the team himself and saying, like, it's ridiculous that you guys are doing this. And Danny's like, hey, like, basically shut up, and put his, like, forehead, like, right up to Johnny. Johnny didn't back down, I love to see that about the players. Right or wrong, I don't care, honestly, if they're wrong when they're fighting for us, as long as, like, they show that they won't back down. And that shows support and solidarity for the rest of the team. The red team knows they got their back, right or wrong, they're there for them. And that's what a team does. Another symptom of being a team. Things we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, and there have been quite a number of fights this season, as far as, well, there's 2, but it's these players. I think there's a brotherhood, and
It's starting.
you can see that.
I think it's starting.
Yeah, there's a camaraderie for sure with the homegrowns. There's Labanda as well. And yes, with all the players yeah, they seem to actually like each other. That's super important. When you when you can see that, okay, it's just a business relationship. Yeah, it's like they're reticent to pass to each other. It's like, okay, yeah, they go through the motions, but these players actually seem to fight for each other and fill in for each other, when they are going up the pitch in kind of a total football way. But, obviously not as complete as a team should be. We are not there, obviously.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, to talk about, Daniel Rios, who obviously a former player of ours, and maybe felt a little slighted when he didn't really get, another contract, but had scored some goals for us, but ultimately, the guy that was just let go unceremoniously and probably had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, where
Like,
he,
bro, you're doing great in Vancouver. You relax.
Exactly,
Like...
exactly. But yeah, so he was doing so great that I think he's on loan for them, which is super weird. But yeah, ultimately, like what kind of like thing can you build on with this? You feel like the team can actually build on with this? Tell me.
Well, I think you got to stick to the fight there too. I mean, when you look at I looked at it as well as they were trying to keep Jay from getting a red card because he would not back down.
Yeah.
And there were about 4 guys like holding him back because the ref started walking towards him specifically. And I felt like he still had the red card in his hand. And like, it's just so easy to just put the hand up and just say, you go to. Let's just call it both sides. Yeah, you get out of here. And they held him back. I saw Edwards holding Jay back, and I thought that was great. But yeah, I mean that's a big part of it. But I think confidence for the 2 goal scorers is probably the most important thing. I joked around that I don't think Saba scored since Biden was president. I mean it's been that long, and
You're right.
right, and then you have Latte Lath, who we made I said I was going to eat the hottest wings if Latte Lath didn't score a goal, and then Henry said, well, he's not scoring, so then I said, fine. He had 2 goals against Montreal last season at the opener, so I was like, this is his time. I absolutely knew that it was his time. There was no questions that it wasn't going to happen. It was only just questions on what type of wings that Henry got. So, but what I did not expect was a Saba brace because we've talked about it. Like, this man loves Atlanta United. I know that people don't care about that. They care about goals. They want to see goals. But like, he was almost. I remember seeing him in Columbus after the first leg of the playoff series, and he was almost in tears. Like, he gave everything he had that game. They couldn't do anything, and you could just tell that the club was something important to him. And you look at last year, and I think he got a goal in the Leagues Cup.
Yep.
But other than that, there was nothing in MLS. So you come and you score 2 goals. Like, there's got to be some confidence lift. I mean, definitely for Latte Lath, which it should be. But with Saba too, he's just. I mean, it's been so long since this guy scored an MLS goal. So to see these 2 guys do it. Hopefully you see them build upon it next week, because you go as far as your DPs and your TAM players go. He's a TAM, he's a DP. We need more from them to continue winning.
Speaking of DPs, does this result go kind of the same way if Miguel Almiron's on the pitch?
I'll let you answer that, tell me.
Hold on. I'm not answering this myself. It says yes.
Okay.
It says yes.
All right. The 8 Ball's staking its reputation right there.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're not, fortune tellers. And so, the scenario could have been completely different with Miggy on the pitch and, him taking up the spaces that he does. And yes, unfortunately, sometimes Moranchuk and Miggy run into each other or they are occupying those same or similar spaces. But I want to speak on Saba a little bit more too, because I think you made a great point, Tommy, where he loves Atlanta United, and I think you can tell that because it's the aspects of his daughter was born in Georgia, and that he's talked about that before, where he has this connection to Atlanta, and as well, there is an aspect of it where the fans reciprocate that because every time he comes on, he is cheered heartily. And when he came off tonight, he pretty much got a resounding applause. And
Much
it wasn't
deserved.
quite like standing, yeah, not a standing ovation, but it was like loud, very loud. And in turn, ELL felt that love probably by the tangential osmosis of that. But the but he got a goal too. I think it's interesting. It's like, did Tata do that? I doubt it, but did Tata do that to kind of let them get showered with a little bit of applause to get their confidence up a little bit? I don't know. Like I still question why they were subbed off so early, actually. But because why not? These players are motivated to get more goals.
Yeah.
So leave them on. I mean, but
Right.
that's the only reason I can think of, other than match fitness, where they're not exactly 90 minutes fit. But how did you guys read that?
It's good fan fiction. I think it's
Yeah.
if you're writing a fan fiction book, I think that's a fantastic theory because I mean, if there's two guys that need confidence and the offensive side of the ball, it's those two, specifically those two guys here. And you don't. Saba's contract is out at the end of the year. You have an option, but it's very likely that he's not staying here. And maybe if he does, maybe he takes a significant pay cut and he's not a TAM player anymore. But I think with those maybe possibly few moments left of him here, like it's good to see him be able to produce this. And you need that. Like you absolutely need any type of depth on scoring possible because this team lacks wings in general. And Luke Brennan really hasn't been able to do too much this season. And Saba's done nothing until today. So any spark that you see, and the striker position, you haven't seen much either. And Latte Lot scores there. So I mean, you take that and the come from behind win. I mean, you make it. What does Atlanta United do? They make stupid mistakes early in the game, and they've got to come back. And unfortunately, most of the time they don't come back. And they did this time. They the dumb goal, and then you come back and sabotage it, and then Latte scores, and then you finish them off. Like that's the real important part here too, is because you don't sit back and you think back to Tata Martino old school times. He told you, like, let's put up 5. Let's put up 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Joseph's still in at the 90th minute, and they're chipping goals to him over the goalie's head, and he's knocking it in. That was old school Atlanta United. You just made that. You made sure that the next time they came to Mercedes-Benz, they were miserable, and they knew what was about to happen to them. So getting the third goal, I think, was just important because it made everyone in the stadium, the people that were there, rest a little bit easier. And I think it was just it was a good motivator for this team to just be able to put up 3.
Yeah.
Right.
So my answer to that is that, both Saba and Emmanuel Atlutd haven't played that much, in terms of just match fitness. So they're potentially worried about them working their way back into, the team. And with how apparently injury prone we can be, especially with Latte Lot, I don't think they want to take chances. They're just slowly working them back in with more and more time. If Saba decides to stay, if they decide to keep Saba in the starting lineup, I think that's what they're doing. All right, Tommy, let's get your final thoughts before we move on to our next guest tonight.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I don't like your answer. I like the fan fiction better.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's
like
Tata
everyone's just
Martino
like,
being like the Sherlock Holmes of MLS and just gaming it out and thinking about 3, 4, like a carpenter building stairs. He's always thinking of the next step,
Right.
I mean, it would have been better. Like everybody did this. Everybody did this to him. Nobody clapped. They just slapped their wrists like for Saba time. Oh, now that is a Disney-like ending. I don't think they'd ever make a Disney movie about Atlanta versus Montreal, but if they did, that's how you end it. Roll credits.
I mean, I think they made a Disney movie not about like a person who looks like Saba when he has the the bad guy mustache, but something like that.
One of those, yeah. Probably, in one of the princess movies, but yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking of like
Or-
Pocahontas, where like the big fat English dude, he's like the bad guy. Doesn't he have like a twirly mustache?
Sure.
I don't know.
I'm sorry for bringing
I mean,
this to you guys as I leave. I cause chaos whenever I'm about to leave.
You dropped a Disney grenade right when I'm watching all the Disney movies for my young 5-year-old daughter. So
I think you'll have to ask your daughter, Mike. But yeah,
she knows more.
she'll
than
probably
I do.
have the answer. Exactly. But
Final thoughts. Good. 3 wins in a row, first time in 5 years. You got to look. We are hard on everyone on all the podcasts there. Obviously, been very hard on this team for the past year and a half. So when you get these moments, whether it's short or long, of some good play, not just wins, but good play, entertaining, not like, even though we won 1-0, I'm miserable after 90 minutes and I'm sad that I wasted my time watching it. No, this was a good 3-goal win, and you have to praise the team for these results and just hope that it continues, because next week, someone brought up on our spaces, it's the last home game before the World Cup, and the last thing you want to do in Atlanta, I've been saying this all season, is you don't want to be last on the fan base tier of spending money, going to games, and I don't know how popular the Atlanta Dream are, but I know they just got Angel Reese, but they're going to start filling some people up in their stadium, and you can't be forgotten. The Braves are doing good this summer. The Falcons, no matter how crappy they are, fans always come back. And the Hawks have been hot. You can't be last there. And these 3 wins and finishing it off, because that's my biggest worry about the World Cup. Or not the World Cup, I'm sorry. When the first European season starts, if you're a team that's already out of it before that first break, do fans come back after that? Because we have no chance. We're done. That's an easy way, I feel and that's a long time to talk about this. But if you're real bad in that first part of the season, people aren't showing up the second half. So I'll leave you with
and
that.
it's true. It's true. We will talk about that. But yes, Tommy, thank you so much. Pleasure as always. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Have a good night.
See you, bud. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is interesting, regarding that. And as you bring on the next guest, I'll talk through that. But it's like the sports fandom in the United States, you are competing with all the other sports in Europe, in South America. Yeah, you're really just not dealing with as much of a competition as far as sport, as far as the fandom. It's always footy. It's always football. That's number one. And so, that's the uphill battle that Atlanta United has to fight. And for a long time, or at least for, 3 some odd years, we were the premier place for sport.
Yeah. He's the hot ticket in town.
Exactly. And so, it's one of those, okay, yeah, the Braves have gotten better, the Hawks have gotten better, Falcons are still what they are. It's, you're fighting against these institutions. And, it's like these sleeping giants, essentially, especially the Braves. That's, that's like legacy stuff.
Yeah.
That's where, families upon generations on generations have followed the Braves. So this is that battle. But Nick, welcome in.
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Doing great, dude.
Was that your Led Zeppelin scream?
I don't know what that was. I mean,
jubilation.
There is so much pent-up energy right now. It is just unreal.
Hell yeah.
What is this feeling I have? It is so alien to me that I have been present for the defeat of 2 Canadian teams in 7 days. What is going on with me?
Canada's in a rough spot. I mean, with Vancouver the Whitecaps like not knowing their future to these two teams getting
That's
crushed.
true. Yeah.
It's rough
they're
in
just getting-
Canada.
Taking
By
L's
the way,
all
they're
over the
about
place.
to hit the half. Galaxy and Vancouver are scoreless right now. I had to check that.
Yeah. How much Malort is in your system?
None.
Did they get? Did you do you
Absolutely
know
not,
if,
because
if Nick actually got one? Got it again?
No, he did not, and he admitted it today.
Very
I
disappointing.
did have a shot of moonshine though at the tailgate, which was actually a lot
Woo!
better than the Malort.
Yeah,
Almost always, probably.
almost
Even
always.
though,
But
yeah.
not that moonshine's fantastic, but yes, it is better.
Yep. Yes.
It was less sour than the Malort, I'll tell you that.
Yep.
I actually liked it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, the sports section was rocking tonight, and yeah, that definitely I think helped the vibes around the stadium as well. Because the other week, whoo, that was a rough atmosphere. But tonight, much better. And yeah, how was your? It's like yes, we went down early, but it seemed like we were a bit more positive.
I went to my usual bad mental state of we conceded the first goal. What's going to happen next? Excuse me. Excuse me. A side comment. I booked it on a scooter from Art Center all the way across Atlantic Station. So
damn.
it's a little cool outside tonight. So
It is.
I wasn't going to depend
It
on the
feels
bus to get home tonight.
brisk.
But anyway.
Yeah. It did.
I was trying to get myself out of that mental funk of we conceded the first goal, we're playing from behind, we're going back to what the mentality of the team used to be, and then Saba time happened, and that was a beautiful first goal he gave us. My goodness gracious, we needed that. And then the second goal, if you want to look up the word unexpected in the dictionary, that goal will be a picture of that goal will be next to that word,
Yeah, man.
because I did not. I was so shocked it came off the goalie and rolled in. Like, what in the hell? You mean to tell me a ball actually bounced in our favor for once?
Yeah, and a goalie didn't have like an absolute standout like super match against us at the Benz. Like, wow, holy heck. He was just human, like they should be, but they rarely ever are. Yeah, I was just thinking when you said like your mental state took the dive once we conceded early, but the team didn't. That's a change. That's something new.
That
I
is a
noticed.
change. That is a marked change.
And so, what do you think is attributable to that?
I think that maybe the mentality in the locker room is that, okay, we were not going to go up every time. This can happen. It's not the end of the world. It's just one goal. You're only one goal down. Come back, fight, punch them hard, and just score. Just keep your head in the game. It's really simple, They're working as a unit out there. I saw a team out there tonight. I really did. I was impressed. I was really impressed. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. If this team continues fighting like that, I don't care if they make the playoffs or not. I'm good enough with this. They're showing grit and determination out there. I don't know what Alexia said to these people as the captain, but he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And that's my captain right now. That is my captain on that field right now.
Yeah, it was interesting because we've heard, or not really, maybe sort of heard, but we intimated a bit from the press conferences that Emmanuel Atlutd, and probably to a lesser degree Saba, I mean, just from his body of work lately, you've noticed that the prime reason they're struggling is because of the pressure that they're experiencing. Specifically with Atlutd, like they've almost come out and said this as much, that the pressure kind of is pushing down on them to the degree of it's making them make mistakes they typically wouldn't. Tonight, Moranchuk fed the ball back to Manuel Atlutd, and yes, it was like pretty much like not an open goal, but it was like pretty wide open that he can score that shot, but he hit it with confidence in a difficult spot and kept it away, very far away from the keeper. He did not have to do that. All of his other shots this year basically been like dead center mass of the keeper, even when the goal's wide open. So, to me, I don't know, maybe they've had a breakthrough of sorts where the team is like, listen, let's have a come to Jesus moment. We are not making like a deep run in the playoffs this year. We're not winning the championship. Let's relax. Let's take a deep breath. Let's understand the pressure is not on us this year. We do not have to have these lofty expectations this year. It's okay. And maybe through that, the players are like, all right, pressure's a little bit more off me now, and I can play a little more loose. Atlutd starts scoring. Saba starts scoring. Guys who typically don't start scoring. And they start to play more as a team, like Nick said. The connection and link-up play with Mira finding Atlutd and other players doing through balls that are connecting. And a lot of switches tonight. A lot of cross-pitch switches that really unsettled Montreal's defense. They were like dropped on a dime. They were very good. Where was this before? Like all last year and this part of the year. So it's I feel like the pressure is somehow alleviated in terms of expectations. Not sure how it happened. Maybe Tata Martino just had a hand in it. But whatever, if they go back to immediately, playing like crap again in the next several games, then it's like, okay, maybe this was a one-off. But hopefully pressure actually has been alleviated.
I don't know, because just a second. We've ran a few games here in and out of the Open Cup and whatever. Something is going right here. Something's going right. I don't think you can quite call it a one-off at this point, because if they were going to do that,
the result,
they would have lost last week.
Atlutd and Saba's performance, yes, I can call it a one-off, but yes, I agree.
Well, yes. Yeah. We were saying at halftime when at our All Stripes meetup, they're saying, okay, Atlutd, it's one goal.
Mm-hmm.
So the skepticism is real, The skepticism is real.
Of course.
Let's see what he does in future matches.
Yeah, I completely agree. And like I said, it could still be a fluke. We'll see.
Yeah, I agree, Mike, that, from the attack anyway, yes, it's not players that you can rely on because we haven't really been able to do that. But the past couple weeks have been very encouraging from a performance standpoint, and from the connectivity, the continuity of the players. We're starting to find, okay, who are the players that we can rely on? And these players are starting to find these connections. Unfortunately, I think we lost one of those tonight with Fafa Pico, with whatever injury he faced. We'll still find out. But, he was one of those catalysts that helped us find that balance that we've so desperately needed. But with these players, it seems like, actually, with Moranchuk later on becoming that false nine again, that it was simultaneously this, okay, we don't want the ball maybe as much, but we still want that outlet to be able to hold on to it if we are going to, go up the pitch a little bit. Because going with 5 men at the back with wing backs, it definitely, it was to see out the game, but we were still trying to score. It was one of these kind of strange, we're solidifying in the back, but we're also not just wrapping up shop and, just closing it down. We're actually still moving.
Well, it's also Montreal kind of lacked the wheels and the quality, and we were able to hit on the counter a lot too when we were playing more defensively minded, because the game was very open by then. So Montreal really had to commit, and they could have been exposed even more than they were.
Yeah, indeed. But Nick, more thoughts?
The foul against Fafa Pico, where was the card? I have to complain on Pro on that one. Where was the fucking card on that?
There's a few things about Pro tonight that you could probably complain about.
God, they were so inconsistent. I mean, I know we won the game, but there was still a lot of inconsistency in the officiating. I mean, everyone who knows me know I love to rail on Pro. You know, this is not the first time, and it won't be the last.
I mean, yeah, it is one of those like the right moment to actually rail on Pro is when you win. So that's it's message heard, hopefully, from them in the sense of if I mean, yeah, I think if there's an entity that you can actually so to speak, mention, whatever the best way to say that, yeah, it's that entity, because yes, there are so many inconsistencies, and yes, we I think got the rub of the green mostly tonight, and thankfully, but yeah, hopefully Peacock is okay. But man,
I hope
so. It's tough to be the guy who just subbed on and he gets subbed right back off.
Yeah.
That's
Jason Longshore is about to have a conniption tonight about the refereeing too as well. So he was very much going off on the inconsistent refereeing. Yeah. So while we have Nick here, I'm going to read through some of these messages. We don't have too much right now. I think AJ's theory was that everyone's out partying tonight, which I don't blame him. Makes sense. Jag Dickens, I know some of our regulars are definitely there. Shout out to Drew, Nick, out there in the trenches tonight, having a good time. Jack Dickens says, Cooper Sanchez is a dog and brings so much energy and bite. We have lacked so much in recent years. The team fought for each other tonight.
Amen to that.
Yeah, official Cheeto says, is this real? Is this real life? M. Level says,
it's fake.
The bench clearing to celebrate Laugh's goal got me in the feels. Positive sign for team camaraderie. Yep. Kyle Apgar says, biggest takeaway is this team feel very together for the fight. That is an interesting way of putting it. But yes, I agree. Blitzberry says, where does Saba rank amongst our top 5 players?
In what context?
I'm not sure he gets into the Mount Rushmore of Atlanta United, but no. He's got a lot more to climb if he wants to get up there into a top 5 of all time in terms of attackers or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of our more popular players. I mean, the playoff run, carrying us on his back in 2024. Yes, they're all very much appreciated, and that will never be forgotten. I mean, that reception for him, the applause when he came off, Nick. I mean, you were there in the stadium.
Yes,
talk us through your feelings about it.
And he came that close to a hat trick. Let's not let that be forgotten either. He almost got a hat trick.
Yeah, it's man, I was so upset for him. I was just like, man, like that. So many different things. Yeah, we talked about it at the top of the show. So many different things that I wanted him to do, but it is what it is. It's he got himself in that position, which is fantastic. But yeah, you gotta finish it off, especially as that good of a chance. But yeah, the applause in the stadium, when he came off, it's like like this. It doesn't seem like it is forgotten by the fans, right?
That's absolutely right. We were certainly loving him up in the supporter section, that's for sure. I mean, you had all the happening constantly.
Oh yeah.
And he felt the love, because I think he came over and applauded us after the match with all the other players, and it was just, if you've never been,
he got the, go ahead.
If you've never been in the supporter section after we win a game, you're missing out, because the ultimate vibe is to be in the supporter section after we win a game. After full time, the whistle is blown. The energy is at its peak at that point.
You get beer rained down on you.
We feel the affinity between us and the players on the pitch. They appreciate us. We fuel them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It goes both ways.
Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, we want to finish something off, AJ?
Yeah. So I mean, he got the golden spike, but who was your man of the match?
I would give it to Saba, definitely. I mean, he scored a brace out there, almost had a hat trick, as I said. I mean, hands down, he's the man of the match. I rest my case. I can't give it to anyone else.
I think everyone's objectively saying that. I don't want to take away from Mira's performance as well. That guy.
It was important, yes.
Yeah, he is the silent facilitator who is doing the work and making the team tick. He's been very good.
It takes a good captain to do that.
Exactly. He's leading, and that's something we've been missing. Blitzberries. So he was the guy who asked, where does Saba rank amongst our top 5? And then he put OAT. So I had to look that up because I had never seen it in this context before. Of all time. And it does not help what you said. I don't understand why you would. Like, I was like, maybe OAT means, something else. But no, if it's of all time, I mean,
Oatmeal?
No. I mean, no. So yeah, OMR says Miggy buyout incoming. And I don't think we can afford that.
No, I think this is the hope, is that every player becomes good, and they all learn to play with each other.
Yeah.
Because they're finally okay. They're finding the spaces, and hopefully Miggy is wisening up and is able to find those areas that will work for him as well. I mean, I'm definitely very curious to see how he, assimilates back in.
Yeah.
And yeah,
people were like, what? I mean, I know people brought this up in the past, and you balked at it, AJ. I remember immediately, but they were saying like, well, what about Miggy at like the 8 or 6 or some kind of defensive or a wingback or something like this? And you were like, he has defensive liabilities out the wazoo, so you were against it. But I mean, in a pinch, you could find perhaps somewhere to fit him.
Yeah, because I actually have said that I think he needs to be dropped further back as an 8. I just don't know if we can pay him $8 million to do that. But so maybe that was somebody else. But I think him as an 8 makes a lot of sense to some degrees, because from a score sheet standpoint, he's not affecting the game as much as when he was younger. Goal scoring wise, he's never really been clinical. It's just that he got the volume of shots to be able to put a lot in the back of the net, at least double digits. But yeah, I mean, definitely not as a 6. That'd be crazy. That's not like whoever said that. I agree with that.
What about
definitely
wingbacks?
not as a wingback.
No,
definitely not as a wingback. I mean, it's just not. He's not defensively sound enough. He would get torched, unfortunately.
That's what I remember you definitely saying that part.
Yeah, but as an 8, again, makes a lot of sense. But unfortunately, we're flush with 8s in this squad, so
yes, we are.
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, we have a pretty good poker hand.
Yeah, indeed, exactly. It's it is a full house of 8s for sure, and then some. Like whatever. Like if you get like, it's a straight, I guess, but it's like seven in a row or something. Like, I don't know, but whatever the poker analogy is.
I'm a little confused. I'm not sure what it would be.
Let's stick to what we're talking about here.
I was going 4 of a kind because that's a strong hand of 8s.
Right, but you can go with a straight. Like straight, you can get 5, 5 in a row. We just have. We have like 7 midfielders. We have 7 central midfielders that are vying for spots. And that doesn't even speak about the 2s players really. So it's like,
yeah. Speaking of 2s, they won tonight too. They won the same day.
Oh yes, 2-0 or 2-1, right?
2-1 if I recall. Yeah.
Exactly. This is unprecedented. So as far as this, Atlanta United winning, Atlanta United 2 winning.
Oh, don't say it.
Arsenal.
Yeah, there it is.
I said it. You knew it.
Yep. It's all coming.
My God, I was going to say it. And yes, I mean, 3 of those in the same night. Guys, go ahead and drink.
Yeah.
Heartily drink. It
Cheers.
is, yes.
The second team at this moment is third place on the table, and MLS Next Pro is 16 points.
Cooking.
Red Bull New York 2, 17 points. Crown Legacy, 21 points right now. So
And I think
they are doing really good, only 5 points off the top of the Eastern Conference.
And I think the very important thing for them is that not only do they have the talent, but they are being played consistently. And the 11 is consistent. And in the past, where it was definitely a lot more developmental, these players are absolutely being played in, week out. They're gaining that continuity with each other, and they're able to clap teams right now, and that's really, really important. I mean, it's like the I don't know. Yeah, like speaking of one of the 7 midfielders, Adrian Gill, Aiden Torres, like, you know, those 2 guys. It's like they're gonna be hard pressed to find any playing time with the first team. Like, not gonna happen this season, I don't think. But you know, I think it's a really good problem to have. But I think we probably need to deal from that surplus to get the other pieces, because there still are some worries. You know, it's like defensively, you know, against a better side, they will create more. We still are a little suspect here and there on our decision making with the ball, and you know, I'm looking at, it's like, yeah, I've been clamoring for Stian Gregerson to start. He has been, but there still are question marks about him on the ball, and you know, more than once tonight, it's like he just hits it right into a player.
Yeah,
it's just like, bruh, like, be a little bit more clever, please.
They are. I did notice that, you know, outside of Mihai's, like, and Hoyos' ridiculous, you know, gaff tonight, like, I did notice that, like, Stian and Hoyos have been hoofing it a lot. Like, you know, there is play out the back, of course, because that's how Tata wants to play. But I think, like, they had willing runners tonight, and they were utilizing them. And there was a lot of, like, long balls, so that was really good. I saw they changed it up a bit when they could, or slash, you know, identified an opportunity. Nick, let me get your final thoughts, because we got 2 more people to get to.
As I said before, we're gelling out there. We're doing really good, and we just got to keep this energy going against the Carson Galaxy next week. Yes, I said that deliberately.
Oh yeah.
Because I side with LAFC on what to call the Galaxy, you know. So
okay,
just as a side thing, you know.
Okay.
If you know, you know. I won't go on that tangent, but I am impressed by what I'm seeing out there. I'd like it to continue. Please continue, because we're enjoying the hell out of it right now.
Oh yeah.
We're not perfect. We've got a long way to go, but it is looking very promising right now, and I'm here for it. Please come join us in the supporter section next week. And if you happen to be listening, I know you probably aren't, and you're sitting in section 102 directly off me, get off your fucking ass and chant, please. My God, I'm still going through this problem this season. I mean,
well, yeah.
AJ, you usually sit back up in 136, right?
35.
135, yeah. So I don't know if you can see what's going on over there, but
I can.
We need more energetic people in 102. Not to say that everyone in 102 is doing that, but
yeah, I think that was the thing. I used to sit over there, and I moved from over there to 135 because I was like, man, I don't know. It's it left some things to be desired, so I saw some pastures new. But yes, you know, I like the Dr. Scholl's reference that you made earlier, and hopefully.
What was that?
You said we're gelling.
Magellan.
You remember those commercials?
Magellan, like Magellan.
I did not realize you're right.
Yes, I loved those commercials. They were so cheesy, but so good. But anyway,
I inadvertently did that. But anyway,
that's
please come be in the supporter section next week. We need your energy again to beat the Galaxy, and that's all I have to say. I'm impressed. I'm happy. I'm going to go rest now or try to sleep. I don't know how I'm going to do that. My energy level is just like through the roof right now.
I know, right? Adrenaline. It's running. But
All right, bud.
It's a rush.
Hopefully you get some Z's. Pleasure as always, Nick. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, bud.
Thank you all. See ya. Bye.
All right. So we have. All right, we have. I think Glenn wants to stop in very briefly to say hi, and then we're gonna hit up Nick for his forfeit. And close out the night with that. So Hucho Dev says, Saba, I'm sorry I ever doubted you, BB. I'm so glad I got to see my favorite player get a brace. Maybe he's not washed. Hopefully. Tommy says Cooper and Saba. Jack Dickens says Tommy. Alexandre Zorayan says Moranchuk is a better captain than Miggy. Maybe I am biased because I was a Moranchuk fan of day one, but these last 3 games, him being captain changed something mentally for the team. I'm loving it. Right,
okay, I mean, hopefully that is the case. That they were from day one. I want to see the receipts because it's a little hard to believe for some people. I think he wasn't necessarily everyone's favorite, so I think I need to see proof. But yes, Glenn, welcome in.
What's up?
Did you get a chance to see this game?
I did. I was there.
All right. How did you feel? How did it hit you?
That'll do.
That'll do. So, are you optimistic? Are you thinking like, because there was some caveats I threw out in the beginning. These are teams that are not very good that we're beating up on. Is this fluky? A little fluky that our guys who don't typically score decided to score tonight? Are these things that will change when we go up against a good team and we regress again? Or did we turn a page? Has something changed fundamentally? And if so, what do you suppose is the catalyst?
Very easy questions. I'm largely positive on everything. Weird coming from me. I know. Also, day one Alexi fan here. I just want to make that clear.
That I know.
Said it from day one, y'all. Said it from day one. Yeah. No one wanted to believe me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fluky. Yeah, a bad team beat another bad team. Will we get beat by a good team? Yes. Yes, we will get beat by a better team. That will happen. The way we've scored, the way we're playing and creating some chances and actually taking those chances, they don't appear to be fluky to me. And just because a player that was a little bit prolific, hasn't been in a while, has scored, I don't think it was in a fluky manner. He just took his chances. If you shoot on goal, something good might happen. And the first goal,
it's been
all
like
trickles in.
For Saba, it's been like quite a big body of work last year and a half of it not working, and then when you take your shots on goal, and then especially with Manuel Atlutd, it seems like I had my theory was that something has happened from Tata Martina or something in the locker room where he's kind of taken the pressure off some of the players. Like mentally, somehow it's been lifted. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's like, listen, guys, we're not making the playoffs. Or maybe we are, but we're not going far. It's okay. We're not going to win the championship this year. Let's prep for next year and just do your best. And I don't know. They seem to be playing, the whole squad seems to be playing with a little bit more looseness, a little bit less pressure on them. I don't know what it is. That's just my guess.
Maybe. I don't know. It's I don't know if they're playing with less pressure. I don't think this is a turning point for Latte Lot. I want to be really clear about that. I'm happy. He's bringing down his price per goal ratio. What is it, 2.5 million per goal now? Something like that. That's great. But, he scored a goal earlier this season, and the hope and talk was this will open the floodgates. It didn't. I don't expect it will now. It still had to be set up pretty well for him. You needed to score there. If you're not going to score there, we're going to run you out the building. It's point-blank range, good shot. you have to score there. And he could have taken the shot earlier. He didn't, laid it off, and unfortunately it comes back to him and he's able to score. So it's still very much a lot type goal for me. I'm happy for it.
Fair,
Great
yeah.
for him. And it was lovely to see everyone from the team come over to him, the bench, everybody trying to, show him some love, because he's a human being and they know what he's been going through. It's not fun to be the 20+ million guy and not do it, not live up to it. That's tough. So I don't know if it's really anything Tata has done. I still think he will and should be moved on this summer, barring some amazing run. Like I just don't see it. But again, I'm not here to dwell on the negatives tonight. I was really happy with everything, and I have been these past 3 games. We're starting to see maybe a shift in mentality. Maybe. I mean, you need a larger body of work. Mm-hmm. We can ride these vibes, and we should celebrate. We should have fun. It was so nice to walk out onto the porch tonight and see, a proper party and not just sad DJ EU.
Yeah.
Music, and nobody wants to vibe out to a loss. This was genuinely nice. And we go down by a goal, but we don't collapse.
Mm-hmm.
And then we equalize, we get the winner, and then we get the cushion that we need. And we've done that a couple times now. So it's a good trend. It's a good shift, and we just have to keep riding that. And I don't know. I don't know what Tata has said or what, because this lineup today wasn't all that different from what we've run out in the past. So I don't know. I don't have a good, really good answer for why it's clicking a little bit, apart from Miggy not being out there, sadly.
Yep. We did bring
play
that
better without
theory
him.
up too. Yeah.
We play better without him. That's a puzzle to solve. I don't know how Tata fits him in. Any word on Fafa?
How
Is he
would
okay?
you?
How would
No,
I?
we don't know anything about Fafa yet, but how would you fit Miggy in, if at all?
I mean, you can't have Alexi and Miggy out there, or Jay, and he can't be the focal point of the attack. We're better off with Alexi being that guy. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. I don't think he fits. I don't put him.
I mean, with Fafa Picoult getting injured,
Well, you're gonna
throwing
have
left
to.
wing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. That's probably it. That's probably all you really can do. Yeah, because otherwise it's just kind of him just buzzing around doing everything. He needs a very specific role, and he needs to adhere to that. Whatever Tata is gonna say, hey, this is what I want you to do, this and this alone, and do that and do that really
not
well.
The free roamer role. Yeah.
Correct. He can't be, man. It's just ADHD. Like you're just trying to do everything, and we don't need you to do everything.
Just a dog chasing cars.
Pretty much. And I get it, because he kind of was that when we were at our peak of our powers. But you're not the same player, and we're not the same team. So if we can structure him a little bit more, and make him feel less like he has to do the most. And maybe him seeing these past 3 games has been something of an eye-opener for him as well, because he's watching and he's seeing how well the team is doing, and he knows ball. He'll know more about soccer than I'll ever forget, And I imagine he's got to be observing this and going, oh, okay. So maybe it's really fortuitous that, unfortunate that he has been out these 3 matches, and that we've had some success without him, and he can see that.
Yeah.
And know that, look, dude, you don't have to be the key to everything. You just need to do some things in a very specific way well. And that's it.
If I were him, I would be like, okay, obviously, I need to figure out how I don't break what's working by coming back into the team. And that would be on me. If things start to not work once I come back, it's like, then the variable is me. And that would devastate me. So I'd be like, okay, we need to definitely figure this out. I need to make sure I'm not the thing holding the team back. And that makes you acutely aware of what you're doing at all times then, to maximize, the benefit for the team and minimizing any kind of issues you might cause. So hopefully that's the way he's taking it, and not just like he's one of those guys who loves the club, so he's going to probably just do whatever he has to do to make sure that things go well. I even think he would take, like, I don't think he's a ego guy like, you know how I remember we talked about, you know, like, the club potentially going after, like, Jose Martinez. A lot of fans were saying, like, oh, what if he came? But it's like, even now, or at the time, too, he's just probably not going to be okay with taking like a backup striker role here or anything like that. So, but Miguel Almiron, if things are not going well and he can measure it out and think like, wow, team is just playing better if I'm just able to fit myself into this little space here or even out of the team, I might vote for that because I really care.
Yeah, he'd be maybe more inclined to have that flexibility to do that than a Joseph type personality, an alpha type personality would. And honestly, like if he can still have success, not even in a back role, but just more limited, right? More structured and not having to have the play go through you, but still be vital to the team's success. I think he's going to be okay with that.
Oh yeah,
I would be because I mean, what he's doing now ain't working.
Right. I mean, he's been part of a Newcastle side that, you know, basically needed him to not be the guy. I mean, he definitely wasn't the guy at Newcastle. And so, but he was part of a team that were able to win, you know, a trophy. And it's that. It's like, okay, well, you know, he's been part of that before, so it's not like it's a crazy thing. So yeah, I think there is an aspect where, because earlier on in the season, when he was playing on the left wing and, you know, pairing up with Galarza, pairing up with Baez, you saw this kind of instinctual play a little bit where they were rotating, they were able to find spaces that each other were not occupying and were able to play fast on that side. And, yeah, I mean, if he continues to maybe play on that side, and if Moranchuk is able to find a way to play on that right side, maybe it is. But is it where, you know, Moranchuk maybe does need to drift a little bit more centrally a lot more times, and
agreed. Yeah,
these other players just kind of be more fluid and confuse defenses maybe. But yeah, I mean that's really the grand question for Tata Martino up until pretty much the transfer window is, can he make this work?
Yep.
And
if anyone can, it'll probably be him. So Glenn, give us your final thoughts on this.
I'm happy overall. I only have one criticism. I wondered if y'all saw it, especially when we're going down the left, and we have a chance to cross in from the wing. There's just nobody in the box. there's just nobody to cross to, and that's why Saba is finding himself having to cut in and kind of do it himself because he can only hold up the play for so long. It'd be great if we had more willing runners just crashing that box. Like, guys, if we're going down the wing, you get your ass in gear. Like, we need you down there. You need to be in the box so we have someone to cross to. Apart from that, and a few gaffes from Hoyos that we've come to expect as far as his distribution goes. Had a few good saves, so mixed bag. I'm just happy with the direction that we're going in, and I'm not expecting perfection. I expect a bunch more losses, but you're giving me something to look at and go, okay, there's some things are working here, and that's better than nothing working. So I'll take it.
So you're gonna mention Hoyos in that gaff, but you're not gonna mention Mihai at all?
Yeah. I was more worried. I've been more worried about Alzate, but yeah, I mean, Mihai, sure. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he should have never been put in that situation to begin with by Hoyos.
Correct.
But I mean, why are you passing to their striker in the literal, like, right out the box? Like, I don't know why you're doing that.
Yeah, it's not an indictment on him as a player, but that moment.
Right. Yeah. Fair.
For sure.
Yeah. No, you can't do that. You just can't do that.
I mean, that's diabolical. It really is, because it's you can't pass into zone 14 where there are players there. Think that it's a good idea.
We've done it like a criminal amount of times. We've gotten away with it a good amount too, but just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. I don't know what we're thinking is worth it that do that. Just don't.
It is really funny because, like, from where I'm sitting now, occasionally I'll have some people sitting around me that aren't like really well versed in soccer, kind of new to the game, and they're just there to enjoy it and have a good time. And even then, I could hear a woman behind me go, "Why did they pass like that?
Yeah.
Is that what they're supposed to do?" I'm like, "No, Lord,
Yeah.
no."
I mean,
no.
to clarify for the people that maybe are not versed in that, is that the aim is to essentially draw out
Yes.
the defense so that they're closer to your goal, but basically when you actually get past them, you have maybe 4 to 5 players that are out of the game already. And so that aim can sometimes go awry
When you're
and
being pressed like crazy at the beginning of the game.
Right. And a lot of times, okay, if you can get past it, well, then fantastic. You are golden. You have acres of space to run into. But it is a part of it waiting till the last second at times so that you get that maximum space. And I felt that from other fans around me as well, where Oyos would be waiting till the last second to pick up the ball. And they would just be like, "Well, pick it up. Why aren't you picking it up?" And I get it though, from their end. They get nervous when they're passing around the back because they're not used to it.
I'm used to it, and I still get nervous because this team.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, oddly, I'm very zen about it now.
You
But
just acquiesce to it. You're like, well,
no,
it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
I am so used. It's like basically like 2010 when it really, really became in vogue. Yeah, when it was happening then, I was like, but it's one of those things where now it's like, I mean, mistakes are gonna happen. It's part of it. But
when playing out the back goes wrong.
Right. But you have to have the technicians, and if they show you time and time again that they can't do it, it's time to get new technicians. And so that's just that's my piece on it. So, final thoughts. Or did you already give a few final thoughts?
No, I'm like I said, I'm happy, and I think we should give a little love to Muyamba as well. It's not going to show up on the stat sheet, but he has been what we need him to be, especially these past few matches. Today he was very good, just kind of facilitating everything. Well, not facilitating, but just kind of keeping everything structured and calm, and not being turnover Tristan. And maybe he can shake off that moniker. That would be great. So I was really happy for him, and then Cooper continues to be. I don't want to put too much on his shoulders, but a youthful revelation for what he's been able to do.
Just thank you, Cooper.
Thank you, Cooper. Thanks, bub. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Coop. All right, y'all. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, take care, bud.
All right, man.
Cool.
Good night.
Bye.
Pleasure, man.
All right, so let me get to the rest of these comments. We're waiting on Nick for him to do his forfeit tonight as well. So M Shields 116 says, "Who's taking a victory shot with me?" I would if it was earlier in the night, or if I was at the tailgate. Jack Dickens says, Jakob is a guy I can. Jakob is a guy I can see playing in our 2018 team. He has characteristics that would fit that team. Love his play on the pitch too. Solid.
I think there's some similarities. I mean, I think we saw that tonight a little bit as far as positional versatility.
By the way, for anyone listening, I'm accidentally pronouncing it the Scandinavian way of Jakob, but it's Jakob.
Yeah.
It's just a force of habit.
Yeah. Right. It's the kind of like Franco Escobar role a little bit that he's playing. I feel like where, wow, you guys are like in heaven or something. Holy crap.
Hold on.
Like, yeah.
There we go.
That could be
That's a little bit better.
That is right. It's a little bit better. I mean, like, I think God is kind of asking you guys to join him up behind you.
Yeah, I mean, you know
rapture
what?
is happening?
After the amount of work we've had today, I wouldn't be surprised. To be honest.
Right. Exactly.
Calling
It's the
you
end.
home.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Which
Andrew,
anyway,
you gotta come do this routine with us next Saturday because it was amazing.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you gotta come do
All
this.
right. Pretty much, right? Yeah.
You're not that much older than us. It'll work, I promise.
Yeah, totally.
That much? Thank you. Appreciate it.
I know, right? Yeah. We won't mention that, but yes.
We've been at it
And
for
I was
11
going
hours.
to a real weird sequitur of the Pixar movie Soul, but
It's a
we
good
won't.
movie.
Anyway, yeah, it's I did not know what I was getting into when
Neither
I
did
started
I.
watching that movie. I was like, am I dying?
Yeah.
Like,
Like, this is existential as fuck, dude.
seriously, I like it. It was not what I was needing, but all of a sudden I was like riveted.
Yeah.
But then also like, is this the end? Anyway,
I mean,
You got some spiritual nourishment from that movie.
for sure. But anyway, on the flip side of this, is this the start of something really, really good for Atlanta United? You guys like that? Hey,
I'll
hey.
go first. I think it is. I think it's there's a bunch of building blocks that we can build off of, and I think our play right now has been something that is repeatable, and I think that's something that we can look forward to in our next coming matches, is just continuing to play the way we've done and take advantage of our schedule right now. We have a reasonable schedule at this point.
what it helps that the Eastern Conference is nowhere near as good as we thought it would be, and I never like when we did our preseason predictions. I think the majority of us were like, this team's probably not going to make the playoffs, and they're probably going to be in the play-in game. Throughout all of this, I never really wavered on that, and that's not because of how Atlanta played. That is because of how everyone else played. I was like, oh no, they just need like 2 starters in the summer, and then they'll make it. Like, it'll be fine. And if they can start that process now with several of the pieces that you see on this team, wherever Alexei Miranchuk plays, like he's gonna produce. And now I'm eating a lot of shit on my previous Miranchuk takes, and that's fine. Like, I've never been happier to eat shit in my life. Like, you look at the homegrowns in midfield, like Tanner and I talked about on Thursday just how good the 3 starting 8s have been. You pick 2 of Galarza and Sanchez and Fortune, like pick your 2. Like, they're all good and they're all bring their own things to the table. You've got 3 starting fullbacks that are capable of starting games. I mean, Amador played 90 today. Baez, he probably suffered multiple red card challenges on Tuesday night, and that's why he didn't start today. But you've got multiple options there. We saw all 3 center backs play, and none of them were terrible. Like, if you bring in 1 or 2 more starters to this team, it will be fine. It won't be amazing,
Right.
but that can be next year, right? Like, this year we're
Exactly.
just looking for it to be passable, and we're well on our way. 3 is a streak. I mean, like I said in the news channel before y'all went live, like 3 is a streak. Like, we are finally putting this together. And you look at the last 6 games, like 4 out of 6 wins. It's pretty good. Like, you can tell the team just feels differently about this now. We just got the quotes from Tata and Cooper and several other people, so I can read those in a minute.
Yeah,
but,
did anyone catch the presser? I didn't, because obviously we were live, so.
There's some good quotes.
There's some interesting ones. So, will this load? Come on, spin. From Tata, on the team winning 3 in a row and coming from behind to win. The first point is not relevant. He's saying the team winning 3 in a row is not really relevant. But the second point, I think, is important. He's saying the team coming from behind to win. We have seen over and over again when the team goes behind in the scoreline, it breaks down, gets disorganized, leaves spaces. And today, we kept playing the same way, and we were able to turn it around, and I think that's relevant. And we were reading these quotes just before we came on, and I looked at Drew and was like, "Oh, so Tata just said if you do what I say, it'll work."
Yep.
And that's funny as shit. I love that. On the performance of Cooper Sanchez, mind you, my favorite player that's ever played for Atlanta United in the last 5 years. On the performance of Cooper Sanchez, Tata says, "I think he has a ceiling that's very hard to see as high as he proposes, because absolutely he controls all the qualities of what we call an interior midfielder on number 8. He has everything for a midfielder who plays in that position, and now he's taking on giving passes to goal. Nothing that's happening is undeserving because of how he trains during the week." So that's Tata saying.
That's
that's
high
one-
praise, because Tata was an 8 when he played.
Right. And so we have quotes from Cooper too. Cooper says on what differences he's noticed in the team's performances this week, because they played last Saturday, they played Tuesday, they played today, so he's probably talking about 3 games here, not just today. Cooper says, I would say that we are just seeing results out, like I talked about after the last match, just seeing results out no matter what the performance looks like. We're winning the matches now for that reason. And they're it's not that they're not making the mistakes. I mean, we all watched that first goal when we yelled at Hoyos and both of the center backs to just clear the goddamn ball, and none of the three of them did it. And that's on all three of them. Like that is a we watched it back before we came on, and like Hoyos could have cleared the ball, and then it gets to Mihai, and Mihai could have cleared the ball, and then like Stian could have come in earlier and cleared it himself. Like that is a whole defensive miscue that starts with the keeper. Like I'm not gonna individually blame any of them, but at the same time, if we cut that out, we would have like there's room for improvement there. One more from Cooper on what he's learned from Alexei Miranchuk specifically. Cooper says Alexei Miranchuk is so good. I love playing with him, and he is a great guy both on and off the field. He is great technically. He is clean on the ball. But I would say that the best part of his game is being creative. So far, I've been trying to learn some of that from him, but trying to learn a little bit from everyone on the team has been a focus for Cooper this season.
Well, we could see it with his passing and setting up goals.
And his press to get the third, like I was on the capo stand for the second half, but watching it back, like his press for the third goal, oh my God. Like,
Yes.
so impressive. Like I can't like spoiler alert, AJ and I are going to training on Tuesday to watch and just see what they're doing, and I can't wait to tell Cooper that he's my favorite player on the team right now. Like straight up he is. Like he's so he just says so many of the basic things right that we just haven't seen for so long. It's not that other players don't do it, but he's 18 and doing this. Like where is like just like Tata says, where is that ceiling?
And I think that's really an important thing here as well, is that which 18-year-olds are talking in the post-match conferences every game. Like, he's in these quote sheets pretty much every single game and giving lengthy answers where, okay, whether I agree with him fully or not, I mean, there are points made that I'm like, okay, yeah, all right.
That man has not graduated high school. Nope. Like
it's
I am a middle school and high school teacher. Like that's insane. Anyways.
Right. Yeah. Imagine, like people that you're teaching, and just in a few years, they're doing what he does. It's like, well, one, it's incredibly humbling, but two, right. It is. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's
player. It's fine.
Yeah. Right. That is the thing that I've learned about football is that don't compare your age with other. People that are playing the sport, because me and Cesc Fabregas, it has been a humbling thing for a lot of years. A lot of years.
Wait, how many Atlanta United players are the same age as you, AJ? Are any of them the same age as you?
No.
Not now that Brad retired, you would be the oldest player on the team. Huh?
Probably.
Well, how old is Hoyos? Hoyos is what, 37?
Yeah, Hoyos is 37. Yeah.
He's the oldest, Yeah, I think he is.
Damn, I'm older than everyone too then.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, but you're still fast. Like
you're just
you still
obsessed with age, Nick, man. No. So, the aspect of it though, it is really truly like for Cooper Sanchez, like he is doing so many of the intangible things well on this side, and keeping out a Jay Fortune, who I mean. Like speak to him. I mean, like when he comes on, it's like, okay, man, he's just quality. I mean, he's taking our corners, from the right side. It's just like this guy, like, yes, he just got back, but do we see a world where he also plays in the midfield with Cooper Sanchez and Matias Galarza?
I have an idea.
I was going to say, honestly, that trio is kind of my ideal setup. Honestly, is they all have qualities that benefit each other, and they all press well and kind of can cover for each other's deficiencies. And I think at a certain point, having them, all three of those players on the field, would just be ideal for us, honestly.
Yeah, and I took this idea from Rob Usry from Five Stripe Final, so I can't claim it as my own, but I am curious long term. Maybe like right now, Cooper is fine where he is, so I wouldn't maybe change this now. long term, I am curious at what he could do as like a sole defensive midfielder. Like physically, he could clearly handle it. It's about like could Tata or whoever's the coach in God knows how many years, like could Tata teach him the defensive awareness, the spatial awareness, and I think that potential could be there, and that might also help his national team prospects because he does get called into the youth teams, and I wonder if like I have not enjoyed the we should not buy Galarza discussion as Tanner and I talked about. I have not enjoyed that because you should just have depth, and do we really trust this front office to replace Galarza if we don't sign him? But you should just have, if you're going to play this 4-3-3 with 2 8s, you just need 3 8s that are good. And maybe if you're going to get a 6 in the summer, which is possible and probably most likely going to happen since it didn't happen last winter, you've got Galarza, Sanchez, Fortune, a new 6, and Muyumba, like 5 guys for 3 spots. And that's not a bad thing to have. Like,
No.
These guys don't all need to play 3,000 minutes. But at the same time, I am curious as to Cooper's long-term prospects at any of the midfield positions, not just the one he's playing right now, because I think he has the soccer IQ to potentially handle that. Like, if he's still at the age where it's teachable, like you get to the age, like the prime age kind of area, like 24, 25, and players kind of are what they are at that point. Like, he's like 5 or 6 years away from that.
Right.
He could probably go to anywhere on the pitch. If you're a midfield, like a box-to-box guy, like that's where they just put the best players in youth soccer. You're either a 10 or an 8. And that's where he plays right now. Like, he could potentially go somewhere else on the pitch. That's what I'm most curious about. Like, what is his long-term outlook? If it's this, that's amazing. We know he can do it. If it's something else, maybe he can do that too.
Right. And on that, I think that's like super fascinating because, yeah, we're alluding to it. You're alluding to it as well. Is that he could be a number 10. He could be someone that, because with his driving ability with the ball, I mean, it's crazy good. I mean, for his age, even, but just on the team, like no one really is doing that on the team, and in that aspect, it's like, man, if you have someone that's driving into zone 14 on a consistent basis, that's the hardest thing to stop in football, and that's why the likes of Messi has been so successful, because that is the hardest thing. But not to say that he's at those levels whatsoever, but the fascinating bit about that as well, where you mentioned if he goes to a 6, I think it's a little early maybe, but maybe. It would be fascinating, and it would be able to incorporate both Matias Galarza and Fortune in that midfield. I mean, we did see all 4 of Galarza, Fortune, Sanchez, and Muyumba in this match in the second half. But it is also, though, like with Galarza, him being the only left footer and that natural left-sided 8 where it can be an instinctual, it does, people don't have to think. Like, they can just run and they'll expect the ball, one touch, there.
Yep.
I think that's really where I would keep Matias Galarza. And so it's just,
I agree.
Have to. And we've kind of heard rumors that, like, kind of through back channels, like, that his purchase option has been exercised because he met the requirements, basically. Now, that has not been confirmed yet, but because he's
triggered is what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, his purchase option has been triggered because he played in more than half the matches, and that was either last week or the week before or whatever. Like, that he is most likely just going to be here, and that's what it is. So, answer me this: from the capo stand, my back was turned to the game most of the second half. Did Galarza just go to left wing like we've seen him do, and then
it was Fortune a little bit more on the right.
And then Alexi went to the left, and Fortune was on the okay.
No,
Alexi
was striker.
Oh, because Lock came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So it was an
on the left,
interesting.
and Brennan was on the left. Okay, got it. Because my only instance of the subs was I looked up and Fafa Pico came on, and I looked back up and he was coming off, and I was like, "What? Like, how does that happen?"
Yeah, and I know we still need to hear what happened to him and if he's going to be okay, because that, like I mentioned earlier in the show, really hard
I
to hear.
hope that's a minor injury, honestly, because that'll be a big loss. I think his contribution to this team has been very, very impactful. I think his leadership and how he plays has been a great benefit to this team.
Yeah, his ability to find space in the box and be clinical when the time calls for it. Yeah, it's been just clutch when we need it. But
just to answer your question, like objectively speaking, SofaScore has his heat map almost like predominantly on the left side when we're attacking, and then and like it's almost right, in between the halfway and the box. It's just a gigantic heat glob right there. So
yeah, that half space right there. Yeah,
it's just that he lives there. He has taken up residence there. So yeah.
And it's what we need. I mean, we've been needing that left-sided 8 for quite some time because I mean that's the modern game right now is playing with those roving 8s, and you need to be able to take up those areas. And I mean, he seems like the the best guy for that position that we've had in quite some time. And I mean, it's really going to be a question of Riley probably gonna have to be moved. With I mean, I don't know what you do with Adrian Gill either. I don't know what you do with Aiden Torres. I mean, all these guys basically aren't gonna see playing time if these guys are healthy.
I think Gill is somebody that you continue to develop, and
well, Gill's on a 1.5-year contract, so I mean, just if it works out, it does, and if it doesn't, it doesn't.
I was gonna say you develop him and kind of see where he's at later in the season, and if he's ready for first team minutes, play him whenever you can, and kind of see what he can do, and if he's worth it, you play him with the first team. I think he will find his spots if need be in the first team. I think we have enough games and competitions that'll be going on that you'll kind of need him to fill in some minutes if he's ready for it. So I don't think that'll be an issue. But Torres, maybe you look to sell him on. I think that's not a bad idea. But Gill, I think you kind of see what you have in him.
And I'm not going to claim to be an expert on this, but if Torres is not starting twos matches, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
Like there are other players behind him that will be eating those minutes and then be ready for their first team deals. I believe Ignacio Suarez comes onto a first team deal next January, and never heard a bad thing about him. Just watching the games and talking to people who watch more of the twos than I do, like they just rave about him. And if that's your 6th or 7th or 8th midfielder, like, oh my god, like that's great.
I mean, and it's been this. We've been bereft in midfield for some years before this, and finally, it's I mean, I think it's not a coincidence in these run of games where we've looked a lot better that it's our midfield shining really, and it's finally connecting the lines because we've been. It's like the defense hasn't been shielded. So the defense looks worse. The attack isn't getting fed. So
there's no connective tissue. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Then finally,
it seems like we have the connective tissue, just not what goes on either end. But what's on either end is not horrible. It's just not where we want it. And if you have that in the middle, it can do more for you than if you have one or the other. Like, I mean, we remember when we were starting Mateus Osetu and Franco Ibarra in midfield, right? Like,
I don't want to remember.
Right, I don't want to remember that. Like, there was nothing but sideways passing and tackles, and that's not how you win games.
Okay, I'm going to bring this up. Is Tristan Miyamba the slightly better Mateus Rossetto at this point?
I think significantly.
He's way better.
I think significantly better. Yeah.
I would say win by any day.
I was just saying, because at least Miyamba passes forward.
Exactly.
I mean, he also can do things like we talked about on the playbook with Tanner. Like he's really good at one thing defensively, but it's that lateral tackle.
Yes.
And like someone gets the ball on the plane where he's at, and he just appears and then like wins the ball back. We've seen that in the last 4 or 5 matches.
Yeah.
And like he's not amazing. He's not perfect. He's not really fast, but he can do those one or two things enough of a job to like. You could be the backup 6. You could be the backup 8. Like you can be those things, and I'm not mad about it anymore. Like I'm just gonna go talk about other things besides that. And I know that's AJ's favorite player ever, so I'm so glad we're talking about this.
Yeah, no, I mean, probably Ronaldo Hernandez.
Oh,
Yeah, you do like Ronald Hernandez.
Still a
more,
great guy.
interestingly.
Still a great guy. But yeah.
Did y'all know we were looking for Papa Pico news on Twitter? Did y'all know that Miami lost to Orlando?
Yes.
Tonight.
Yes.
We talked
Much
about
to
it.
our chagrin.
We just found this out for the first time. Sorry,
Yeah,
we had
much
to
to our
share that.
chagrin. We were a little annoyed because we were like, when AJ said, and earlier when I saw it too, when like at the half they were down by 3 or whatever it was, and we were like, oh, this is great. Their confidence will be tattered when playing against us in the run of games, and then they come back. Ojeda and like scores like what is it, like at least a brace? I don't know how many he scored, but he scored a lot.
I think it was a brace.
And he's
Then,
just
yeah,
cooking, and that is terrifying that they're able to come back with that.
Yeah, do you guys have your drinks ready?
For what?
Because it was almost the perfect day today.
Oh yeah, here we go
Because-
again.
no, don't do this. to
Atlanta
me.
United won.
Hey, wait.
Atlanta United 2
should
won.
we show the audience my new liquor shelf because we can get
Yes,
this out?
do it before I finish the sentence.
Yeah, see, new liquor shelf behind me. There's like 10
was
bottles
this
of bourbon in
soju?
there.
Oh snap!
Drew is very
You
upset.
Very
guys
nice.
multiple-
Very
No,
nice.
We about to. Yeah, maybe it won't be Cinco de Mayo. It'll be Cinco de.
Single day, it's Tres at the moment.
No. It would be Cinco de whatever Korean word I can come up with that makes sense, but I can't think of one because I'm not. But anyway, yeah, and Arsenal won,
No,
and
please don't.
Orlando City almost lost. That would have been.
The icing on the cake.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, my immaculate weekend needs to be tomorrow night. All the French Canadian teams lose.
Man.
That's what I need.
Yeah, I know you're
Hey,
in the
look what I'm
throes
getting
of
out
it
for us
right
to
now,
drink.
Drew. You're gonna have your heart stopping tomorrow night with Tampa versus Montreal.
Yeah, what you got there, Nick?
I'll get you some Sprite. Hold on.
Thank you, please.
Oh no, you guys don't drink those individually. That is very dangerous right now.
And I don't know, Drew, if you saw, but as everyone in the world probably predicted, the Flyers got their asses handed to them by the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 1 in Carolina. Yeah, that was. I mean, Carolina is probably a cup contending team, so it is what it is.
I need you to win, Mike, just so we can be in the conference finals together, please.
I mean, I would love that, but it's not gonna. I mean, you and I are both going to lose to Carolina. It's just what's gonna happen.
Pain. So much pain.
They may win the whole thing. I'm like Rod Brindamore has made that team. I mean, they're just incredible.
Now that I'm making a drink,
Oh, Nick, what's
this
that?
is
What's the
good.
crown jewel in your cabinet right now?
there is a bottle of Blanton's that has not been touched yet. I bought it.
Saving it
the
for me. I
weekend that
like it.
graduated
Appreciate
from
it.
Masters. See, Hannah's dad was like, "Oh my God, get Blanton's as soon as you're ready." And so I bought it the weekend I graduated, and then we got engaged. Was the same weekend, but I've never opened it. Like we were busy with the engagement party and all that stuff. Like I just never opened it, so it's up there. I'm a huge Buffalo Trace guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you need a hookup for that, there's not many liquor stores in Atlanta that actually have it, and it's because the one by my house orders it all, and it all goes there. So just let me know. I'll get you the hookup. It's great.
Interesting.
They'll give it to you for.
Is it the
on
tower near you?
No, it's the tower is not far from here. It's on Lindbergh. They have it there too. It's by
Yeah.
Lindbergh. It's his capital city over here on Collier. I'm giving away some of my secrets right now. Not all of them, but just enough of them.
It's 12:35 right now. Who's watching?
Right.
There are at least
They will-
25 curious minds wanting to know right now.
Exactly. This is true, actually. Yeah.
There's barely anything in there. I know.
All right. Well, also,
But,
I think Nick has a forfeit that we can wrap up with.
Nick,
Yes, yeah.
are you ready for your forfeit, buddy?
What now?
Your forfeit?
What am I forfeiting?
You have to do a random object comparison.
Sure. I don't know what that means, but I'm happy to do it.
Right. So let's read what that means real quick. Let's see.
I knew I owed
means-
something. If it can be that, it's fine.
Right. So, well, really handy because Drew is right there. Patrons name a household item, and you must explain. Hold up, when my screen returns, please return. Thank you. How it is like Atlanta United's current season.
No, I
So
can
the
make that
low-hanging fruit is, a trash can, but I think we've usurped
I
the
think we
trash can.
graduated away from trash can. Like
Yeah.
it's not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's up to Drew to have
You
the
are in a
creativity.
house. Just pick an item in the house.
Yeah. This works out perfectly.
You're gonna make me do this now?
You gonna go exploring? in my
Yeah,
house
you,
right
you
now.
thought you thought Nick was gonna have to come prepared. It's actually you.
Right. Feel free to go upstairs too. Just.
He just snoops his entire house. He's like, looking under the bed.
Depends on how asleep Hannah is right now. She went upstairs, and normally I go upstairs to the studio room, and she stays on the couch. But today she went upstairs because we were down here being loud.
Being hooligans.
She'll be all right. Right.
Do the roll
It
of
doesn't
paper
have to
towels.
be
The
high
roll of paper towels is the random object comparison I've been
All right.
asked for.
Okay.
So there are many more paper towels in my house than I'm used to because for Christmas Hannah got me a Blackstone. And we got the Blackstone out recently, so we bought some extra paper towels because every time you use it, you don't really clean a Blackstone like that. Like you just put oil on it and kind of coat it for the next time. Yeah. And the thing that we're doing right now is we have one thing that's really great. Like my Blackstone's really great. We have the midfield, and I like the midfield a lot. But what we don't have is a consistent attack or a consistent defense. So we're kind of coating it over for right now. And I think that's where Tata is really making his decisions on who's going to be here long term, who can he deal with for this year, and who is he like, get out, right? And so did Latte Lot and Saba do enough to not just be paper towels that go in the trash can? I'm not sure. But based on today's game, my thought is Saba is maybe a regular hand towel because he's always done the right things. Like he's in the spaces, he does the thing, he beats the guys on dribble, and he never just fucking finishes the shot. But he did today. But Latte Lot for me is the paper towel because like Maranchuk had to serve it up for him on a platter and for him to score. And for me, that's less repeatable, like how you can't reuse a paper towel.
All right.
So we're paping over the cracks, if you will.
A little bit. Like when I use a paper towel, I'm not really cleaning things up, like other than the grill, but I don't know why I started with the grill. That's just the first thing I thought about paper towels because I've used some goddamn many of them. But like with the paper towel, you're not really like if I were to wipe my table off right now, like it's not really clean. I have to get like a washcloth and a towel. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
Saba is maybe.
I'm familiar with
they-
very dirty surfaces.
better.
Yes.
I've said as someone with multiple small children, yes, I can imagine. So that's my comparison. Is like Saba scoring a brace tonight is more like a real towel. Like I think that is actually maybe like we can deal with that till the end of the year, and then when his deal's up, you just say goodbye and thank you for the 2 good years you had, and then this last year, the year before this, like. But for Latte Lot, like the paper towel, because I just don't know that it's really going to be there for us.
All right. I was thinking like the traits of a paper towel. I was thinking like absorbency comes to mind.
That's good.
And I was like, how can I fit that into how the team is playing? So,
I mean, I wasn't exactly sure what this was going to be, so there we go.
yeah, I mean, hey,
I think you took it at a great rate.
you're a grade A improv yapper, Nick. I gotta give it to you.
You know what? My fiance is the best at it. So as the one who does 10% of the talking in the relationship, I can do it when it's time.
Are you
learn from
kidding?
the best.
Wait a minute. You do 10% of the talking, and you're
Probably 10% of the talking.
Yes. As somebody that's been around them enough, yes.
AJ, you're gonna learn this when we celebrate Cinco de Mayo on Tuesday after training.
crazy. Because it's like I could be a yapper as well, and so it's like regularly I do.
AJ, you did a 50-minute podcast episode by
exactly
yourself.
by
Yeah,
myself. So yeah.
All right.
But no, I also know when to stop talking to. So there's that. But
I mean, there's a lot of audio, public audio files that beg to differ, but so.
Let's say 50 minutes by yourself. Tanner and I were yappers, and we went 40 together. But it's okay.
Wow, this is true. I also I think covered more topics than both of you guys, but yes, it is.
I'll have to go. I'll have to go back and look at all of
I think you
the
just flipped you
Yeah,
bird.
there was a whole
you know
mailbag.
what?
Yeah,
He
I
said-
don't think it's worth auditing, Nick. So anyway, here's the here's the wheel for this week. We got Nick is so generous and kind to put himself on here as well with AJ and I.
Right.
And so let's see who it's going to be for the next time around. It is not going to be me again. Jesus, I am getting very lucky with these.
You
Could be
are.
AJ.
It is. It is. Everyone in the chat
Of
knows.
course.
They see it now. But
Mhm.
neither of you two know. So the suspense is
It's gonna
building.
be AJ.
It is Mr. Nicholas.
Oh,
There we go. It was AJ the first 10 weeks. I was like, it's gonna be AJ again.
yeah.
Red ass, please.
I don't know what that is. So.
I mean, as someone who has
I will
done
drive
it
down
before,
this
it's
weekend.
fun.
you're already gonna be here next week.
That's fine.
We have
telling
to
you,
set up
red
at
ass is
1:30.
fun, dude. If it lands on me and I get red ass, I'm gonna be happy. That's a fun one.
AJ, I think you only did more topics because you answered mailbag questions. I think
He
it's
did
I
say
think so,
that.
that-
Yeah, that's what he did mention is the variable,
Yeah.
the pertinent variable.
I do mailbag once in a while, not very often.
All right, so
It
let's
depends on
see.
the guest.
We got the wheel up tonight. We have I Love Adams John. We still have. Oh, we probably need to get. What was the one that we replaced? We replaced that. We still have paint
let's
face
see.
purple on there. We should have taken that off.
Yeah, that absolutely should have been. Well, or because
That's
we
true.
have 2 Orlando City matches
That's
in
true.
a row,
We do.
we might as well leave it on.
Yeah,
Leave it on.
that's
I think
fair.
we should leave it on.
That's a good point. So yeah, we'll leave it on. All right. So yeah, there's one. Reverse roast is another. Spicy challenge makes its triumphant return, and what everyone wants to see, red ass challenge, and this is like a fun variant of that. So let's see what we end up for Nick this time around.
So I'd be scared.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. AJ, you're gonna have someone joining you as a purple-faced individual for the Orlando
Let's
game.
go.
We're gonna be the purple people eaters.
Wait, so we're all gonna have to do this at your house so that your daughters can paint us purple.
We can
right?
do that.
That's what
We
it is.
absolutely can do that. I confirmed that I still have the purple paint, so
Well,
there you go.
Yep. We did talk about it on Friday, so
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah, the meeting I wasn't there for. There we go.
Yeah. But no, so yeah, we will be doing that. Where we will watch Orlando and hopefully we beat them, and then
Wait, so this is for the weekend one, right? Not the midweek one.
The weekend
Actually,
one,
okay.
yeah.
The midweek one, I think I actually have work that night, so I'll figure it out.
yeah, that one's gonna be really hard to be on for a lot of people. Yeah,
I mean, the paint comes off pretty easily. I'm just saying. It's not like it's crazy
I
paint or
guess
something.
you would know, to be fair.
Yes, yeah, it does come up pretty easily. If you buy paint for children, it's not going to be like crazy paint, not professional grade paint. All right, so that was fun.
open.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, final thoughts for you gentlemen. Drew.
I'll go first. Great win. Great to see this team actually putting some results together. Finally,
you finished your drink.
huh?
You
Not
finished your
yet.
drink.
Not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Oh, he needs a top off. Needs a top off.
The huh said it all.
Finally able to be at a game this year for a win. Finally, that's a good success, and I hope that next week when I'm at a game again, we can get another win.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you are the factor here.
I mean,
Yeah,
he was
he's
there
1 and
last
2.
time when we lost.
I'm 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think it's this. It's it's like he's not at that many, and it's like
It's gonna
We're
be more
at-
this year.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not
So it's
hurting.
ramp.
We can say that.
Exactly. Like Nick and I have been at a lot of them. Maybe it's us.
So that is hurting, clearly.
Yeah.
I would say I still have a -1 goal differential on the capo stand, so I mean,
you need to clear that up.
The fact that you've done the math.
well done.
All right. Well, that pretty much does it for us tonight, guys. Let me just make sure there's no other comments to get to. There are. Let me just go through these real quick. A1 Production More says, match reaction show with smiles rather than tears. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Jay Riddle says, what an
smile.
entertaining evening. It was. Omar says, I think it has more to do with Tata believing in his system and only changing players out due to injury and physical strain. Ronnie maybe started trying too many things too early. Jay Riddle says, Tata in his presser said Saba and ELL scoring was extremely important for them mentally. We can only hope it unlocks something, and it wasn't just because Charlotte was giving the ball away or the opponents we were playing are not exactly that good. Modest Moose says, Mayumba had a fantastic game too. Yeah, it's been stringing those together. Danger Zone says, does this make it even harder for Miggy to justify a starting spot? Yeah, I think we did talk about that at length, so yes.
But I have a question. So, I think it was maybe Jay Riddle's comment. Maybe I'm wrong, but if all the opponents that we play are not as good as we think we were, does that mean that we're better than we thought we were?
Well, I mean, I think we're growing. I think at the time we were thinking we were bad, and we were, but we are getting better, and so the line goes up. Yes, but hence my stock references I've been making lately with the team. So, line goes up.
Right, because it's like those things are not mutually exclusive, nor do we look at things in a vacuum. So, yeah, there's context.
That would be reasonable of us. We can't be doing that right now.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. But anyway, boys, yes, we will end it there. And yeah, you guys, if you're chilling with us I have 12:47. You guys have 12:47? I don't know.
We got 12:47.
Yeah,
We got 12:47.
Like 5 more seconds of that one.
Yep, exactly. So, yeah, it's pretty late, guys. So, yes, we will bid you adieu. But if you guys are still hanging out, you are lovely human beings and passionate Atlanta United fans. So, love to you all. But for Drew, for Nick, for Mike, I'm AJ. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We will see you in the next video. Good night.
See you, everybody.